Hey folks, how's everyone doing today? As you can see, we've got a pretty long video for today, and that video is about killing unkillable characters in Halo 2. So, we're just gonna get right into it, starting with Master Guns. So, there's not gonna be too much narration on my part, because every now and then you're gonna need to hear some of the dialogue going on in the game. But with like Master Guns, once you kill him, he just he'll still talk, but he acts like you're not paying attention to him, even if you are staring right at his body. And because of that, you won't be able to finish the mission anymore. You won't be able to even activate the shield test switch at all. So that's what happens if you kill Master Guns.
Hey, I'll hold his hand.
Now, if you do want to kill Master Guns, you can just wait till the part in the elevator and just stick him, and he'll be dead. And you don't want to kill Johnson just yet, because if you kill Johnson too early, just like how if you kill Master Guns too early, you won't be able to finish the mission anymore. So here we're just gonna wait till we get on the tram car first, and then Johnson is fair game. So killing Johnson's a little weird during this part of the mission. He's dead now, but he's still standing, and that's because he's like partially still scripted to like walk around and talk, but he's mostly dead now. He's not solid anymore. You can walk through him completely, but he'll still keep talking. But you won't see his mouth move. You'll just see him keep blinking. And actually, that blinking thing, it's gonna get a little creepy in a bit, but I'll cover that later. But for now, let's finish off some of the Marines here as well, because normally we don't get to kill them. I think these Marines out here are normally killable, actually. You can easily do that on the Master Chief collection with the bandana skull, but we're just gonna do that here for fun. Now, on to some of the more important characters in the main part of the campaign, outside of training missions. So, starting with Miranda Keys. Here we, actually, she's pretty hard to kill. Even with the instant kill mod that I've been using, the trainer, I had to do like a second mod on top of that mod to be able to get her to be killed. You know, I had to mod the map so that she was not invincible and that she had low health. And then from there, I had to use the instant kill cheat to kill her. Because even though I set her to be killable, she wasn't always killable. And if I don't set her to be killable, then she's actually immune to the instant kill trainer. So I had to do both to make sure she was killable. And what's really creepy, and this happens with pretty much every dead body in Halo 2, is that they still blink when they're dead. So she's no exception, and neither is Johnson here. So we just kill Johnson again, and yeah, he'll still blink when you shoot him. So yeah, it's pretty creepy, and it's not limited to these unkillable characters either. It's I think it's just a Halo 2 thing with their dead bodies. But you know, any scripted dialogue like during this part, Johnson will still say it. So killing him won't really have much enough an effect. And here later in the mission, it's gonna kill Johnson again here, and pretty much everyone else. I don't get in the way. And let's kill Miranda Keys again as well. So she's gonna be dying a couple of times throughout this video, because she and Johnson do appear a few times. But as I said before, scripted dialogue still continues as normal, with or without them. So here's Johnson again. You know, with this mod, we are pretty much making Johnson die as frequently as he did back in Halo 1. In Halo 1, Johnson died a lot, and so did Sergeant Stacker, I think it was. But yeah, Johnson was not unkillable in Halo 1. Anyways, here we are with our first vehicle, the Pelican. And unlike Halo 1, the Pelican does not have any explosion animation or anything in Halo 2. If you shoot it, it just pretty much falls out of the sky. The pilot does die and his body does fly out, but other than that, it just drops down. Unfortunately, no matter what I did, the Phantom in Halo 2 cannot be killed, even though it should be able to. But all that happens if I use the instant kill mod to shoot it is that, well, nothing. I can kill all of its turrets instantly, but that's it. Now, moving right along, we got another Pelican here, and just gonna let it drop down. And let's grab a Warthog here. And as you can see, Johnson actually survived. I mean, he is unkillable actually at this part, but we're not gonna kill him just yet. Let's try to get him on a Warthog and do a little Halo 3 Saving Sergeant Johnson Warthog run kind of thing. You guys remember that video? You do remember how hard it was to save Sergeant Johnson. But yeah, here we go. Have a little bit of fun with Johnson. Oh, I forgot to mention, I do want to apologize. It's a little late, but the frame rate's gonna be a little choppy in the video, and you know, audio might be a little distorted at times. That's because to get this mod to work, this mod is like pretty old, and it does not work on newer versions of Windows. It pretty much only works on like Windows Vista, and only on like pre-patched versions of Halo 2. So I had to like install all of this and run it all and record it all in a virtual machine. It's pretty impressive that like virtual machines have gotten to the point where they can run Halo 2 like pretty well actually. But unfortunately, it's not perfect, and you can probably notice it through several parts in this video. So I do want to apologize ahead of time. Now, got a few more Pelicans to kill here. These are the Pelicans that drop off the Scorpion tank as well as your fellow Marines. And if you do kill a Pelican while it has a vehicle on it, the vehicle does not detach. It's still attached to it, and you won't be able to detach it at all. In fact, the Scorpion tank's not even solid anymore here, and there's no way to get it off the Pelican. So it's pretty much stuck there. But since the Scorpion tank was never dropped off, let's see what happens if we continue. If that Scorpion tank actually still spawns there or not. And as you can see, it does. It spawns there regardless of the Pelicans dropping it off. In fact, everything has disappeared there. So yeah, that Scorpion tank doesn't matter like if you destroyed it beforehand or if it was never dropped off at all. It will just spawn there regardless. Now, let's see. That was a one of those rocket pelicans that fly around and shoot missiles at the Scarab, so that was easily shot down as well. Our next unkillable character is the hologram for the heretic leader, and he's gone. We got the shipmaster here. Let's kill him. He's gone too now. Surprisingly enough, killing those two unkillable characters does not hamper the game at all. The game proceeds as normal. And here the heretic leader, if we kill him early as well, we can actually still finish the mission. We can still continue on this part of the mission. He never goes inside to activate the shield, but if we were to walk in there, we'd still die because there's a death barrier in there. But we can still finish this part of the mission and load the cutscene, which is actually pretty surprising because you'd think like such essential characters would be needed, but apparently not. And what's funny is now in the cutscene, because he never activated a shield, Arbiter pretty much slams his fist against like an invisible shield, and there's really no shield blocking the door. So it's kind of funny. It's like, oh no, whatever will I do? How do I get past, well, nothing. But yeah, so I guess it's a little glitch that results from killing the heretic leader early, because I mean, you're not supposed to be able to kill him early, but we did, and I guess it's a unintended glitch. So there we just killed the shipmaster again. He's one of the more invincible characters. This next part, not really a character or vehicle, but these cables, they normally take more time to destroy. You take several swings on a sword and you gotta wait till each one breaks. Here, with the instant kill mod, took out all of them at once pretty much. No need to wait. And I guess just makes this part go a little faster. And for some reason when it starts dropping, I got teleported there against the wall. I'm not quite sure why. It just seems to have happened. But yeah, so that's it for that mission. Now we are finally back with Master Chief on Delta Halo. Let's take out these two Pelicans now. So I know there are a few more Halo games left that we can try this with. I know we're already past the 10-minute point now, but let me know if you guys, like, for future videos, if you want me to cover every single character. In the Halo 1 video, some people did want me to cover every single unkillable character and vehicle, and I didn't cover all of them at the time, so now I'm covering all of them. But let me get some more feedback from you guys if you guys absolutely really want to see every single, like, unkillable character killed, even if there are, like, some duplicates on different missions. Just you know, I could do that if you guys want. It would just make the video a bit longer, like this one. It's been a while since we had a video run this long, but if you guys don't mind the longer videos and you actually do want to see it all, then let me know in the comments, and I'll be sure to keep that in mind in the future. But I mean, it's for the rest of this video, it's gonna be a few more Pelicans, and a few more characters we've already done. But just gonna run through all of them and show you, like, some of the effects after killing them, or no effects. Now, on this part, these shields, and this applies to any shields on any mission, but those are deployable covers. Once you break them with the instant kill thing, and this happens in Halo 1 too, I actually forgot to cover it in that video, but once you break these shields, they'll never regenerate. They're pretty much dead for good. No matter how long you wait, they won't appear again. Anyways, we got another Pelican here.
They're all pouring out of the middle. Let's get in there.
Poor Pelicans. Pretty sure by the end of this video I've covered every single Pelican in the game. And there'll be something interesting later with the Pelicans, which we'll get to a little bit later in the video. But this is going to be the last UNSC Pelican that we're taking down. And you'll see why I specified UNSC Pelican in a bit. But in most cases, taking down these Pelicans and killing, like, unkillable characters doesn't really have much of an effect on the game. Sometimes if you kill them too early, then you won't be able to load certain parts of the game anymore. But if you wait, you can. Now this part is also interesting. That Enforcer's not unkillable, but I just wanted to see here if I kill him, if Tartarus here in the Phantom will still say, like, "Ah, blasted machines," and fly away. Because he normally says that because he gets, like, bombarded by a bunch of missiles from the Enforcer. But now that I killed the Enforcer early, clearly he's still scripted to say that. Alright, this next one is not necessarily an invincible character either, but during this part, the end of the mission, Sacred Icon, if you shoot the drop pods right when they come down, the elite body will fall out and the drop pod will never open. It's kind of like the defective pod glitches from the newer Halo games, like Halo 3 and Halo 5. Got another shipmaster here. Time to take him out again. Oh, and little disclaimer, no shipmasters were harmed in making this video. Just want to be absolutely clear about that. Now, on the mission, I believe this is High Charity. There's a bunch of Pelicans flying around. And I was curious, if we shoot down the Pelicans, who's flying them? As you can see, when I shot them, a flood driver pretty much exploded inside. I couldn't tell which flood form was piloting the Pelicans, but it is clearly a flood that's piloting it. So they got the pilots correct. Attention to detail there. I mean, Bungie could have just thrown, like, any character, any AI into the Pelicans, and nobody would ever notice the difference. But they actually did have flood piloting them, and That's pretty good attention to detail there. Even if it's like really minor details that nobody will ever notice, because normally people don't have access to mods like this to be able to try this out. So good job, Bungie. Kudos to you all. Anyways, this is the last time Shipmaster dies. I promise. He appears quite a lot in the game now that I think about it. But yeah, so there's Shipmaster. Next up is well, not a character or vehicle again, but these shield walls containing the characters in here. If you shoot them, it looks like you disable the shield, but the shield's still up. You actually just disable well, I'm not even sure what you disable. You just disable like the effect of the shield. Now if you punch the shield with instant kill on, it takes a couple punches to break it. But if you don't punch it, you'll never be able to break it by shooting it, other than disabling its effects. Here, if you shoot Johnson, if you shoot him early, and this is another thing like I mentioned before, but if you shoot him early, he'll still climb up onto the scarab, but once he gets to the top, he just suddenly drops dead. And then the scarab does not rise up. And because it does not rise up, you can't load the cutscene either. So if you want to kill Johnson and still load a cutscene, you gotta wait a little longer till he gets onto the scarab and it rises up. Like so. And once it rises up, you're free to kill him, and you can still finish the mission. Now, there's a little glitch that happened here with finishing the mission. I don't know why the order did not show up in the cutscene. This doesn't normally happen even when I do this mod. Probably because I was still on the scarab at the time, but even though Johnson's dead, he still appears just fine in the cutscene, and everything else loads fine. Nothing else out of the ordinary. Finally, we got to the end here. If I kill Tartarus, I can kill Tartarus early right away. Actually, just single shot with instant kill kills him. Yeah, so Tartarus is dead. His shield will still be active though. I mean, eventually his body will despawn, and the shield despawns too. And as for Johnson, can also be killed. But even though you kill him, the game actually will spawn another copy of him. And you can kill that copy too, and it'll just keep spawning copies of him over and over again infinitely. So you could make a huge pile of dead Johnson bodies here if you wanted. Also, his beam rifle for some reason can't be picked up, which is pretty odd. And I have no idea why that's the case, but even though you kill him, you still can't pick up his beam rifle.
Then how do I stop it?
And for our last character we're gonna kill, no, it's not Guilty Spark. You can't kill Guilty Spark on Halo 2, unfortunately, no matter what. But we can kill Miranda Keys one more time. And now that we've killed her, we can see what happens if we try to finish the mission. I had to leave Tartarus alive, because if you kill Tartarus too early, you can't finish the mission either. Which is weird. No matter how long you wait, you can't finish the mission. Even if you keep Johnson alive. So I had to wait till he dies later on. But once he's dead, the cutscene loads as normal. And even though Miranda Keys is dead, she appears just fine in the cutscene. So, in most cases in Halo 2, killing unkillable characters, even the essential ones, it does not affect them. It does not affect the game much. Most things will still continue as normal. So yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy this. I know it's a bit of a longer video, but I hope you guys did find it to be interesting. And, you know, if you did, leave a like, and, you know, just any thoughts or comments you have, just feel free to drop them in the comments section, and I'll be sure to look into any feedback you might have. But other than that, make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys.